I have created a promotional package that consists of a music video, digipack and a website. These three media formats work together to promote the music video and the song. To link these three products together, I've used synergy to link them to the genre to be consistent throughout. Richard Dyer states, "A star is constructed from a range of materials. This suggests that a representation of the artist can only be brought forward through the use of different media platforms, and in my case, the artist representation is constructed by the music video, digipack and website." The genre of music that my artist Sian Hoskins sings is country or folk because they usually come together throughout her different songs. This is why the chosen record label that my artist would be on, Arista Nashville, relates to Sian, as the other artists signed, such as country singer Carrie Underwood, sing the same genres of music. Due to country folk music being the chosen genre that I studied, I have found many conventions that are used in country music videos such as Carrie Underwood and the Staves. These two artists have used their website and digipack to promote their music video by linking the three together so the audience can notice that they have followed along the same conventions of the genre. Just like Richard Dyer's theory, the representation of my artist fits the iconography of the media that I produced, so that Sian comes across as being approachable, kind and honest. I have done this by using warm lighting and steady camera work. From the research that I have previously done, my target audience for this music video will be young adults around the age of 19 years because this is the same age as my artist. This then allows the audience to relate to Sian's music and iconography. I also know that the majority of my audience will be female. However, my music video will still appeal to men through the use of voyeurism, seeing women as objects of desire. Due to a young adult target group, I've had to make sure that all of my media products appeal to the audience and that they are understandable to everyone. For example, plain and simple designs are featured throughout all three. Basic contrast of the colours on the website, warm and effective lighting in the music video, and the digipack had clear contrasting fonts. The use of contrasting colours is used throughout all of my products to make a sentence or a layout stand out to my audience. When looking at current digipacks in my research, there are many conventions that stood out within the country folk genre. Firstly, the front cover of the album would have an image of the artist, but from a further distance so their face wouldn't be as visible. This then draws in the audience to pick the album up and look at it so they can see what the artist looks like and what type of music they sing. When researching the Staves, all three girls were walking away from the camera on the front cover, but they were revealed inside. This is a convention that I have followed because I haven't shown Sian's face on the front of the digipack, but she is then revealed on the back. Another convention that all country/folk digipacks have is the impression from the first glance of the music video that will be immediately provide the audience with an idea of the genre of the music. For example, Carrie Underwood's album, Some Hearts, has an image of her running through a cornfield suggests that her music is country. My album cover also promotes that my artist sings country folk music because the front cover is calm and peaceful, and this is what a lot of folk music can sound like. And also, Sian is wearing blue jeans with her hair curled, which relates to the typical country stereotype. The representation that is brought forward of my artist on the digipack suits the representation of the music video. The calm, sea and peaceful setting relates back to the kind, warm, approachable atmosphere that is used in the music video. I created my website in order to promote the artist and the new music that is being released with the music video. Before planning what I wanted my whole website to look like, I had to research existing websites to follow along the generic conventions. One of the things that I found was consistent throughout artists, country or folk websites was the layout and the colour scheme being very consistent. Each page on the website would use the same layout and the same colours to provide a continuous trend. This worked well on the websites because it allowed the audience to easily navigate themselves around. The colour scheme also had a very important role to play because it had to relate to the genre. For example, the Shires are a country duo and their website has a dark red border across the top and then beige illustrated backgrounds, and these colours can be seen typical for the country music as they come across as being very western. Along the red border they use white contrasting fonts to make them stand out with the page headings. I have used this on my website too because the fonts need to stand out in contrast and be bold. I used a light beige pink colour for my border at the top and the bottom of my page throughout my website so I could then contrast this with a black font on top. I then used an off-white background as this was a different colour from my border and it would make slogans and pictures stand out. The next convention that stood out to me was that when you first open the website up, a massive image of the artist would appear so it's clear to the audience straight away. Both the Shires and Carrie Underwood use this technique on their websites and they use rotating slides of different images. I decided to challenge this convention and stick to one massive picture on the homepage and then had different images on the pages onwards. I did use a slideshow of images on the photos page to match this convention. Lastly, it came to my attention that a lot of fan interaction is used on every website. For example, Carrie Underwood's website featured a share link underneath every post at the bottom of the page. Interactivity on Web 2.0 makes users more creative. Gauntlet used this quote to describe the impact of new technology, which means that fans can contact and connect with their artists. I followed this convention by putting social media links at the bottom of every page and then including a whole social media page separately. This allowed my young audience to engage and interact with my artists through social media using new Web 2.0 products such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. The representation that the website produces for my artists is pure, current and kind due to gentle colours and simple design. The website works well with my two other media products because it doesn't only suggest that Sian is a kind and warming person, but it also suggests that her music is welcoming, honest and safe into a happy atmosphere. To conclude, my 3 media products as a promotional package allow Sian's audience to engage with the type of music that she is producing. The country/folk genre comes across as being authentic and pure in contrast to the honesty which is shown through the synergy that has brought these 3 products together. Referring back to the chosen record label, Arista Nashville, I chose this record label because the artists were a lot like Sian, for example Carrie Underwood and Cam, but mainly because Arista Nashville is owned by Sony Music. Sony Music is one of the big 3 when it comes to record labels. I thought that a mainstream record label will extend my artist's mainstream fan base and provide a better promotion for the music. This is how my music video uses synergy to come together with my website and my digipack to produce a promotional package that will work effectively to create an iconic representation of my artist.